Many people in the suburbs of America like prayed that a Walmart would open in their town, okay? I mean, it was cheap, it was convenient, and it was good for the economy because it brought jobs to the area at this time. But we already know, when something seems too good to be true, it usually is. Walmart was a huge success, but it was changing the way Americans shopped. And, you know, not necessarily in a good way, okay? Listen, Walmart made shoppers across America feel entitled to a deal, which, to be fair, for the American people, we are entitled to a deal because we know that you are you are raising the prices on everything. So anyways, so with this mindset, paying full price, it really wasn't an option anymore, even if it meant the item wasn't the best quality. For example, back then you could buy a microwave. Yeah, I know, wild. But you could buy a microwave from a local mom and pop shop for $100. Now, it was good quality. It was implied that this microwave would last you until you died, okay? You would never need a microwave again. Walmart would bring in cheaper microwaves for $40 and like list them for $40. And yeah, it might only last the customer 5 years, maybe longer, I don't know. But even if the microwave broke after 5 years, our microwaves are only $40. You can just come and you buy another one, right? And they're conditioning us to kind of think like this. Cheaper quality, yes, I get the cheaper price and I could just buy another one, toss out the other one. Whereas before, it was all about investing in stuff that was gonna last you a long time. I mean, think about it when you're growing up and stuff and you'd go to like your grandparents' house or grandparent figure. And, you know, they would always have stuff that was so old. They'd be like, yeah, your grandpa got this toaster during World War II. And you're like, Grandma, it's 2025. What? Like, and their stuff lasted forever. You ever open up your grandma's medicine cabinet? They'll have Bayer aspirin from 1940. Anyways, products were made to last, okay? You can have the toaster when I die, Joseph. This is how Walmart literally changed the psychology of what it means to own something. Oh yes, the source. We don't care about like passing things down to our grandchildren. Ugh. Plus, they don't want your crap anyways. Like, we want our stuff cheap, and we want it fast, and we want it to work, and we want it now. Okay, I want to plug it in, and I want it to work. And then when it dies, I'll just get another one, right? Because of this, like, Walmart changed America's shopping habits. We, as a nation or whatever, I don't know what we are, but we went from valuing, like, products that had quality and durability to products that were now cheap and easy to replace. But like, I get it too, you know, like I get it too. Like, if you don't have $100 for something, you know, you can find the cheaper option. It was just, for the first time, Walmart was presenting options, right? So Walmart, you know, created their own path, created a whole new like formula to admire and copy, essentially. So other stores and people are taking notice about what's going on with Walmart, and they're like, we gotta do what they're doing. Everyone wanted in on this like Walmart magic. And I'm very handsy today. A perfect example of this was deodorant. Yeah, which actually is a nice call because I got deodorant marks on my shirt. Look, I hate when that happens, huh? It's the worst. Now, I hear if you just rub the fabric on it, it will go away, but like sometimes it doesn't work. Any tips? Let me know down below. Now, I know what you're thinking, Bailey, deodorant, who cares? Shut up. Okay, fine. Goodbye. But this little deodorant nugget I'm about to drop on you like blew my mind. Okay, so our expert for today's episode, Charles Fishman, he wrote a book called The Walmart Effect. Now in the book, he talks about Walmart cutting down on paper waste in the 1990s. But it's not because they cared about the environment, allegedly. No. You see, back in the day, all deodorants like came in these cardboard boxes that were meant to protect them during shipping and all that, right? So a customer would buy the deodorant, open up the packaging, you know, throw the box away. It was a waste. So someone at Walmart was like, hey, idea. Each box that the deodorant came in cost 5 cents to make. It made the deodorant shipping containers heavier, costing Walmart and the manufacturer more money. Plus, When we put it on the shelf, it's taking up a lot more space. So Walmart thought, if we get rid of the box, okay, we can put like the deodorant just on display, no box or anything. We could sell them quicker. You know, there's no waste. Plus the customer and the company can save a couple of cents. So Walmart goes to the manufacturer of the deodorant place and they're like, hey, don't use deodorant boxes anymore. The deodorant manufacturer person is like, wait, but what if we want to keep like doing the boxes? Walmart would be like, excuse me? I'm Walmart. You fucking do it. At this time, Walmart's really profitable and powerful. If they tell you drop the box, you're gonna drop the box. That's kind of fun. Listen, it just goes to show how much power Walmart had. When they told you to do something, you did it, or you were gonna get cut. They're gonna find the guy who's gonna make them more money. By cutting the boxes, they were actually saving like a couple of cents, right? But that all adds up when you're buying a ton of product, whatever. It was all about power. Even if these manufacturers wanted to say no to Walmart, they couldn't. Walmart was their biggest buyer, and you did what they said. Period. Okay? So then in 1992, Sam Walton, he was now 74 years old. Sadly, he passed away of cancer. Now, before his death, most customers knew who Sam Walton was, or they had heard of him, right? Like he was a pretty big deal. Like, this was sad. And honestly, he was kind of like what everyone means by like the American dream. I mean, look what he did. Holy shit. So sad. I mean, Sam knew he wasn't going to last forever. So of course they had, Walmart was going to still move forward. They had a strong business model and this time was going to come eventually. So they're able to move forward. And then around this time, Walmart makes one key change. They go from selling snacks and random home goods to now evolving and growing into a full-blown grocery store. Do you remember this Walmart evolution? What would you call this? This was like a wild moment in Walmart history. Because I know growing up, we would go to Walmart. That's where we shopped. And then they started slowly adding in like fruits and stuff. And it was like, I don't come to Walmart for fruit. Like, I don't know. I did like their freezer section though. They had like a huge freezer section and the ice cream buckets, oatmeal cream pies. Oh, duh. We didn't even talk about them doing like oil changes and stuff. I used to go to a Walmart to get a new battery or my oil changed all the time because it was so cheap. Okay, but the 2000s became Walmart's like supercenter era. Oh, mind you, at some point they dropped the Walmart like discount city. They were like, we don't need that, just Walmart. But now they're evolving, they're growing into the next era, the Walmart supercenter era. And for 10 years straight, Walmart opened 4 supercenters every single week. Where were they finding the place? They did though. Meanwhile, other grocery stores, they're like, when a Walmart comes to town, they're like, fuck, they can't compete. They're paying livable wages. They can't compete. Anyways, so other grocery stores, they were dropping like flies. 9 U.S. grocery chains filed for bankruptcy during Walmart's growth. Walmart got rid of Lucky's. Did anyone shop at Lucky's? Shout out to Lucky's. Never forget. I love the commercial because it was like the lady with the short red hair. She looked like Reba. I love Lucky's. Okay, so sad. A lot of stores were closing because they couldn't compete with Walmart. So today, Walmart now sells more groceries than any store in the world. They sell 25% of all groceries sold in the United States. But despite all this growth, over the years, Sam's focus on the idea of happy employee, happy customer, kind of got like, pushed aside, forgotten, hidden, removed, faded. Goodbye, Behind the scenes, scandal began creeping into Walmart workplaces all across the country. All those low prices were affecting the people nobody was thinking about, the employees. So by the year 2000, Walmart has a ton of stores, like 4,000 stores, and they also have like, I think near 1 million or over 1 million employees. It was cute that Sam used to go around and talk to all the employees and stuff, but this day and age with this growth, was like they couldn't keep up with every employee at every store, right? They can't. With Sam gone and like the pressure to keep profits high, employees started to feel disrespected, underpaid, overworked. And like to them, it felt like they were the last ones Walmart seemed to be thinking about. So when companies are the size of Walmart, there's usually a push within the employees to unionize. When employees unionize, they're teaming up and saying like, hey, we deserve fair pay, decent hours, and to like not be treated like garbage. Thank you. And then a bigger organization, aka the union, steps in to help make sure that it actually happens. The union will negotiate for better pay, safer working conditions, and just really looking out for the employees. To big companies, unions are seen as the enemy. It's such a fucking eye roll, right? Okay. When workers unionize, usually that's gonna come with a cost. The company's gonna have to pay a lot of money, okay? And then on top of that, the company is now gonna be at risk of getting sued or fined if they don't follow the union rules. And a lot of big companies don't want to do that because they want to take advantage of us and they want to not pay us and they don't. We should do an episode on unions. Maybe. I don't know. Let me know. The only way a company like Walmart can operate is if everything and everyone stayed within the budget. Unions were not in the budget. So Walmart did everything in their power to like shut the union people up, and make sure they weren't planning anything. I guess there was a situation in the year 2000. There was a group of Walmart employees in Jacksonville, Texas, and they all voted to unionize. This specific group of employees were butchers at Walmart. So they were working in the meat department. So the job of being an in-store butcher at Walmart meant you had to be highly skilled. It took a lot to do that job. Plus, it's also dangerous. They have knives. So the butchers, they knew this, and they wanted to work better hours. They wanted better pay, and they just wanted to make a living. Sorry. So they voted to unionize, and their bosses were notified. So these butchers are like making some progress. They are able to like get everyone on board. Everyone's in on it, okay? And like all that was left to do was essentially to announce the decision. Like, we're unionizing, okay? It's gonna be great. We're heroes, woo! But plot twist. These demons. And demons meaning Walmart. Instead of letting the butchers unionize, you know what Walmart did? Walmart thought to themselves, do we even need like a meat counter? Who gets meat? And all the executives were like, yeah, we don't get meat at a counter. Yeah, you're right. We don't need butchers. Walmart was acting like the Godfather, slashing people, trying to act like they're being nice about it, but low key. They had some issues. Your job. You're asking too much. You come to me asking for a raise to unionize the butchers. Well, I got butchers of my own. We're gonna slice you like we slice the meat. We don't need butchers. Butchers need us. So you know what they did? Walmart got rid of the butchers and completely eliminated their jobs. Yeah, that's why you don't see a butcher anymore. Have you seen one? Exactly. Now, I'm not just talking about like the butchers that were in like Texas Walmart. They got rid of butchers in every single Walmart across the United States. Congratulations, Walmart. You did it. Walmart, they still kept the meat department, but now they were selling pre-cut, pre-packaged meat. Assholes, huh? Now, the employees obviously were very pissed, and they tried to fight back against this whole situation. But Walmart came back with some excuse saying that they'd always planned to start selling prepackaged meat. They're like, we were thinking of this way before you were unionizing. No, this was already happening before that. Sorry. Regardless of whether or not this was true, we know it's not true, let's be honest. The butchers had no way of fighting them. They now had no job. They had nothing. They got fucked. Yeah. Now, this sent a pretty strong message to everyone who was paying attention. All these employees. You mess with Walmart, we're gonna take your job. Do you want that? You want that? Huh? No, you don't want that, do you? Well, you better follow the rules. Walmart never faced any consequences for their actions. Why would they? They're Walmart. Yes, it sucked. But many employees were now like, dude, if I say anything, I'm gonna lose my job, whatever. So a lot of them just kept their heads down, kept working, because a lot of us you just need the paycheck, right? It's fucked up. Then, in 2001, one brave Walmart employee decided to take the risk and expose what really happened behind Walmart's closed doors.